Who has been more important to the Warriors dynasty, Klay or Draymond? Now, you said Klay was the second option. That's on offense. Overall, who do you feel like has been more important?
That's a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, it's hard because they both. Klay benefited from Draymond. Draymond assist benefited from Klay because that's where it went. Like we do the pick and roll, kick it back to me. I drive. They dumb. I pass it to Klay, right? So. Klay is the second. He's
so you put Klay above Dre.
Yeah.
That's
because I can't. It's hard to find another Klay. I can find someone to just be I can find a Draymond type. If I have Klay and Steph, I can find a Draymond type. Someone who can come in,
Gil.
grab, and go and pass. I can find another Draymond.
Because you told me last season you can't find another Draymond, man.
Type. That's why I said type.
Yeah, that's why you said type.
I said Draymond type. I can find.
the bootleg Draymond.
You can find like
Just somebody that's gonna rebound and screen and pass.
Rebound screen, pass it to light skin. Just look light skin. Like in your just it looks white but it's tanned. Look for that dude. Look for that dude.
Like, what you think?
I'm gonna say Klay, but I think the most special thing about this Golden State team is that we all know that they all need each other, which is why none of them have left. And I feel like all three of them would have been just fine on another team. I think they would have scored their points. I think they would have made their money. But what they have is very special. And even though we all know that everything goes through them, like it is very hard for people to even stop them. And that's how they have so many championships. So, I mean, you can say Klay is more important than Draymond, but it just depends on what lens you're looking through.
So we've talked historically over the entire dynasty, but right now today, what is it, the 17th of October, who is more important to the Warriors, Klay or Draymond? Dude, why are you staring at me? Like you want to fight? Like you about to
No, I'm just thinking.
like you about to go get the
Who's
blickies?
more important? Klay.
Klay.
Still Klay?
Because that's the point.
At the end of the day,
it's just what he brings. As long as he's on the court, it's hard to double Steph. Right?
Yeah,
It just.
It is more than
Spreads
that
the
because
floor.
it's an automatic clip. It's not just scoring, it's how he scores it, how fast he can score it. He can turn that bitch on like that. Like, look down, you're like, man, we was just up 12. Klay just hit 3 straight in 2 minutes.
And he's truly the only psychopath on the team.
Yeah.
Mentally, where
he don't care.
The concept of time, score doesn't matter. So when you're talking about making a comeback or shooting that big shot, he's the only one who has no thought process of what's going on. So, when they're down, he's the most dangerous person on the court because he's going to shoot shots like it's just practice.
I think that's in history.
Yeah.
I think he is historically the most psychopathic scorer I've ever seen. Like catch, shot, not
Doesn't
even
matter.
blinking. Don't matter where you are,
Don't matter
where
if
your
it's
hand
the
at.
last three.
Man.
That should go up automatically.
And I still haven't seen nobody really block his shot, knowing that he gonna shoot it when he catch it. Like you're supposed to know as soon as he catch that bitch, he's putting it up. So I like the fact that Klay has that advantage to be considered the second value on the team for sure.
Because I can see it going either way, and that's obviously a difficult question to ask because everything Draymond brings on the defensive side, basically being a point guard on the offensive side.
No, I mean,
dribbling the rock.
for that team, for the team itself, there was one point where he was actually the most important player on the team. It's because, steals, deflections,
two-way
blocks, altered shots, rebounds, like assists. He held every category but scoring, right? It's like, you replace him, it's like, ooh, this team.
And the occasional dick kick too, which was instrumental.
Fear, it was just like what I'm saying is he held so many. He held so many, categories. It was like, man, this is.
It was a natural motion, though. Like to extend that far up.
Here's a question that sucks to ask, but has Klay gotten better in the last 6 years?
At least not the last 3 years.
No,
Them two crazy injuries.
No, I mean, before the injuries, when you look at his game, has he actually, gotten better, or has it been Steph who's gotten better?
Yeah, he's been really good
Hey, that's
at what
a good.
he does.
That's not a bad question,
Probably
Gil.
under the idea that he's never was gonna go anywhere. Like
He was just gonna be
sometimes
there.
guys get better or find something else to do because they want to go somewhere else. Someone else is offering something, or they see the grass being greener somewhere else. I just don't think that's ever been on his mind, and that's why he's just been so elite on that team for so long.
He's been consistent though. I mean,
That's because like when you think about him just improving as an individual, I was like,
You gotta talk about it.
like dribbling, like I was
Talk about it.
because I made a statement way back when Kirby, before Kirby was like blowing, I was like, man, if Klay got his handles right, I would put him at the point guard and get a bigger shooting guard.
Straight up.
Right?
Yep.
But it was like, all of this time you haven't been working on ball handling for you to even.
Has he had to though?
But that's
I'm saying
that's
he
what-
come
that's
out
what
and
I'm
start
saying.
doing
He
that
hasn't
shit.
had
Then
to,
people
but
are
that's
like,
something you-
"What is he doing?" You have all these ball handlers around you. What you putting the ball on the floor for? So
Well, the question, like you said, the question is, has he gotten better? And if you had gotten better, your trade value of going to another team, you have those attributes to show now. I can actually play pick and roll because I was off the ball in the Warriors. You send me somewhere else where I can actually move, and now we see you got, Klay always had this bag with him. But if you don't now, like you saying with the Lakers, you saying it for a reason. You saying, hey man, we don't see this nigga put the ball on the floor. He ain't doing it like that. And it's like, has he gotten better?
Yeah. Which is
I'm just not
like
gonna.
that.
What I'm saying
I like
is,
that. I like
what I'm
that.
saying is, if I'm paying 50, if I'm gonna pay him 40-something million, that 40-something million has to be in the element that makes him good. And the element that makes him good is how the Warriors play.
Yep.
Right? How they play, not how I play.
Right.
So if I'm Dallas and I got Luka that sits there and Kyrie that sits there and he's just in a corner and he's a corner dude, I got $50 million
in the
wasted.
corner, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's not how I want Klay. But if I'm Golden State, I'm paying you. Like, you did your job, right? You did your job. You won me my rings, and the evaluation is the payday. My evaluation on my franchise is what you did, right? I went from, when you guys got here, I was at what, $1 billion and some change?
I think like 800 in the
Yeah.
initial stage. It's not at 8 bill.
Now I'm at $8 billion. So the three of y'all got me $7-something billion. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. What I'm saying is, me winning, you did it. Like, think about it. Someone made you $7-point-something billion, right? Unless I pay them $7-something billion, whatever I get is worth it, right? I'm worth it. If I don't win for the next something years, it was worth it.
Do you give him what he's asking for?
Yes.
Yeah.
You said you give Klay
I am. I mean,
as
that's
a Warrior. Okay.
What I'm saying is, I was at 800 when I bought this team. I'm at 8 billion. You three
You guys
did your
did it.
job,
Yep.
right? So
Is Klay
There's no-
asking for more than what Dre is asking and Wiggins was asking for? Does he get more than them? Because of his particular part that he played?
yeah, he's second option. Yes,
Second
so,
option.
yes.
Yeah.
So when you talk about,
Which I'm pretty sure he's asking for his max. Whatever his max is, I'm pretty sure he's asking for. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hesitating.
so you
Do
saying
they have it for it to give it to him?
Yeah, they got it.
They always find some
figure it
money.
out.
What are you talking about? That's
They
that's
don't figure
what
it
is that? Silicon Valley? They got that. Nobody listens.
So Gil, basically you're saying the Warriors should be loyal to the big three, but my question for you would be for how long, right? Like, so even if you give them this new deal, do you just,
$7.7 billion.
but do you just ride it till all them dudes are ready to dip?
I think so.
Or does
Yeah.
it
Just
become
like
a
the
point where
Spurs.
like, all right, my nigga, we gave you the next
No.
extension, now you
Till
got
the wheels fall off.
The wheels
what I'm
fall
saying
off.
is, they did.
Like,
Like
what?
when you're talking about loyalty in business, right? You have to look at them and when you go to sleep good at night because of them. Right?
Real shit.
You know, that's why you get the whatever you buy in is because of them. All three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And the coach.
Yep.
The four of them. Right? You know what I mean? So that's that's who your loyalty is to, right? That's who built the.
That sounds great, but I think when we look at American culture, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm being real.
You're right.
But owners don't give a fuck about labor for the most part, right? Y'all built this for me. I need y'all to take a pay cut so I can make a little bit more bread.
But when you show loyalty, the player shows loyalty, right? When you start showing that you're loyal to these players, think about just this player who's going to have a son and. You know what I mean? He might want to go. Think about colleges right now, right? Jason Richardson, they was loyal to him. His son goes there, right? There's legacies. You're gonna own this. You're gonna own this team through a few legacies.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to really think about like what you're doing. Like this player has a fan base, right? However he feels, his fan base is gonna feel. You might have another kid who wants to go into the situation, right? So you have to think about the longevity of what you're doing. All the future Stephs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to be quick to leave and say, oh, well, my player didn't like it. Why would I want to be here? They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
That's why New York fell off. How you talk about New York, how the media talks about New York, all the New York fans, how y'all do, it makes players that's growing up reluctant to go there.
Hey, man.
So if you Klay now, should you feel disrespected by the Warriors and what's going on?
Of course. We all expect that when we ask for something, give it to me. Right? I got 4 rings. I've done it. You see my work ethic. You see this. We shouldn't even be negotiating, right? But it's never that easy.
Should he have posted that?
Yeah, it's emotions, man. It's
because they didn't make anybody else wait like him, as far as the contract extension.
Draymond, he had to wait.
How long?
Shit, everyone thought Draymond was gone.
Yeah, he was going into free agency this past summer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
But the Jordan Poole situation was lingering.
No, he went into the free agency, right?
Yeah.
No.
No. They got the deal done, I think, before.
Yeah, right
Before the free
before.
agency.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
But that was a lingering thing for him.
Yeah.
The reason why they was reluctant to go right away with him.
So is Kuminga gonna feel that wrath this year? What you getting at?
Listen, someone has to be.
Watch your jaw.
Someone's gonna get.
Because he got a chip on his shoulder. It looked like he's going to have a chip on his shoulder.
Kuminga coming in?
No, Klay. So it's like, how is Klay going to play?
Shit, that's the one I pay now because, it can go all bad. It can go all good.
That's what I'm saying.
He can be out there on demon time.
Seriously. Then what are you going to do?
He can be out there on demon
then,
30,
right?
35, 30. Obviously, as soon as that happens, you can be like,
All right, here you go. Yeah.
So if you're the Warriors, though, do you approach it with the wait and see mentality? Because to your point, if you don't go demon time, we don't want to overpay you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what are you waiting for if you're going to sign him back? Like, there's nothing that.
And if they are waiting for him to go crazy in the season, that is disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
Because of
Even if he
that
plays
he's done up to this point.
I'm pretty sure they're hoping he starts off rugged so they can be like, okay, so this is what you worth when he signs. Like, what's the game?
Yeah, it's nasty. Nasty work.